I remember that day so clearly. My friends and I were running barefoot through puddles after a heavy summer rain. The storm had ended as suddenly as it began, and the sky was slowly clearing. The air smelled fresh, the ground was steaming, and the sun was peeking through the last clouds. Suddenly, one of the kids shouted, "Look!" We all lifted our heads and froze. Above the field, right between the clouds and the sun, a giant arc of colors appeared. It shined like someone had spilled paint across the sky. "Wow!" whispered my friend Emily. "Who painted that?" The kids started whispering guesses. Some said wizards did it, others said angels, and someone even thought it was a sign after the storm. But soon everyone turned to me. I was the one who loved telling stories. My heart skipped a beat. This was my moment to create a real fairy tale. Emily looked at me, her eyes full of curiosity and trust. "Do you want me to tell you the truth?" I asked, feeling a story starting to form in my mind. She nodded, and so I began. Rainbows are painted by sky artists. "There's a workshop in the sky," I began, with a serious tone. "And in that workshop, special artists work. They don't paint on paper or canvas. Their canvas is the sky itself." My friends instantly quieted down. Emily sat closer, not wanting to miss a word. "These artists have huge jars of paint," I continued. "Each jar holds only one color: red, yellow, blue, green. All the colors sit on shelves that reach up to the clouds." "And when do they use them?" asked Jack, my neighbor. I nodded seriously. "When the rain ends, the sky artists come out to work. They dip their giant brushes into the jars and spread the colors across the sky. And if they work fast and in perfect harmony, a rainbow appears." Emily's eyes grew wide. "But why only after the rain, huh?" she asked. "Because the rain washes away all the old colors," I explained. "The sky becomes clean, like a blank page, and that's when the artists paint their new masterpiece." The kids laughed and clapped their hands, and even I began to believe the story I was telling. The rainbow above the field seemed to shine even brighter, as if it had just been painted by the sky artists themselves. We sat on the damp grass, eyes fixed on the sky. The rainbow stretched across the village like a giant bridge. "But why are the colors always in the same order?" Emily asked curiously. "Red on top, then orange, yellow, and so on. Can't the sky artists ever mix them up?" I gave her a mysterious smile. "They can't," I said, "because the head artist holds a magical palette. It looks like a spinning wheel with colored sections. When he sweeps his brush across the sky, the colors arrange themselves in the perfect order, all on their own." My friends laughed. "What if one of the artist's students spills paint?" Jack asked. "That's when we see a double rainbow," I said confidently. "It means they got a little too excited and spilled extra colors at once." The kids gasped in awe, and Emily whispered, "So the rainbow is like their signature? A sign that their work is done?" "Exactly," I nodded. "It's their message to us. We painted this for you. Enjoy the beauty." Everyone kept staring at the sky, and I felt something special, like every question they asked was helping build the fairy tale we were creating together. "What if we go closer?" Emily suddenly suggested. "If the artists are painting in the sky, maybe we can find drops of paint." Everyone loved the idea, and we all ran across the field, heading toward the place where the rainbow looked like it touched the ground. The grass was wet, puddles sparkled everywhere, but we didn't care. We laughed and raced, hoping we could reach the colorful arc and maybe even touch it. But the farther we ran, the more the rainbow seemed to move away. It was always just ahead, like it was playing a game with us. "It's running away," Jack shouted. "Not running," I panted. "The artists just don't want us to see their work up close. Their workshop has to stay a secret." We stopped by a large puddle. The colors of the rainbow reflected in it, and for a moment, it felt like we were standing at the edge of a magical lake. Emily leaned down and touched the water with her fingers. The surface rippled and the colors faded. "So we can see the rainbow, but we can't hold it in our hands," she whispered. I nodded. "That's how it's meant to be. Beauty is for us to admire, not to keep." Everyone fell quiet, and even though I had made the whole story up, something about it filled my heart with wonder. We were still standing by the puddle when Emily suddenly asked thoughtfully, "But maybe there's another explanation? Not just the sky artists?" I smiled. The moment had come. "There is," I said, "but it's no less magical." The kids leaned in with curiosity. I picked up an old glass bottle lying nearby and held it so that the sunlight passed through the drops of water inside. Tiny rainbow sparkles appeared on the ground. "See? The sun looks white, but it actually holds all the colors inside. Raindrops are like little magical prisms. They break the light apart into red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet." The kids gasped at the rainbow patches. "So the rainbow isn't painted with a brush? It's made by the light itself?" Jack asked in wonder. "Exactly," I nodded. "The artists are a lovely story, but the truth is just as amazing. Rain and sunlight work together to show us how colorful our world really is." Emily looked at the sky with a thoughtful gaze. "You know," she said, "I like both the story and the truth. One makes my heart feel warm. The other makes my mind curious." I smiled. She understood the most important thing. Many years have passed. Now I understand the science, how light splits inside raindrops, why the colors are always in the same order, and why you can't ever touch a rainbow. I can explain it step by step, with diagrams and facts. But every time a bright arc appears in the sky after a summer storm, my mind goes back to childhood. I see Emily running barefoot through puddles. I hear the laughter of friends chasing the rainbow like it might escape if we didn't catch it. And I remember how we truly believed that somewhere behind the clouds, sky artists were painting just for us. And honestly, I'm still not ready to give up that story, because inside it, there's something real. A human desire to explain the beauty we see for the very first time. Now I understand. Science gives us answers, and stories give us warmth. Together they make the world feel whole. When my own children asked, "Daddy, who paints the rainbow?" I smiled and said, "There are sky artists, but the real magic comes from light." They listened with wide eyes, and I saw the same wonder on their faces that I once felt myself. A rainbow is a bridge between science and magic, and everyone who sees it feels just a little bit happier. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the story, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.